I sat down with a military expert to talk about the whole Israel-Hamas situation. Yeah, he's a Muslim guy, and he says most people don't understand what's going on because you're looking at it through Western eyes. He said you have to understand game theory. See, what happens in game theory is if I attack you, then most certainly you will attack me back. Now, if you're stronger than me, there's a strong incentive not to attack you, right? Israel stronger than Hamas. So why would a weaker nation attack a stronger nation? Well, sometimes they do it to take some land, then they create a stronghold, and they defend the land to the last. That's not what happened here. Sometimes they do it to steal weapons or equipment. That didn't happen here either. Sometimes they do it to disrupt the natural flow of an invading army, and that didn't happen either. The reason they did it, he says, is for money. They're going to get funding by whomever wants to see Israel hurt. They didn't claim any territory. They didn't get any extra land. Yeah, they didn't really get anything from it. They got some hostages, but as you've seen, that's proven to be a very costly affair, and it really hasn't been to any benefit to them. So the reason they did it was to get money. See, what happens is, as I mentioned before, there's a strong incentive for people not to attack each other when there's a power imbalance. Now, what happens between regular people, citizens, is the police, the military, the government, they get involved and they stop the fight from escalating. Yeah, that's the whole reason why we have them. Now, when two governments, Hamas and the Israeli government war, you have to look at the United Nations or say the US, the UK, China, Russia to stop them from fighting. You see all the pressure's been on Israel because from the face of it, Hamas did not really respond to the international community, you see. So whenever they talk about a ceasefire, you have to understand who is going to enforce the ceasefire. If Hamas say they will do a ceasefire, what's the consequences for them, for not continuing the ceasefire? For Israel, there are consequences. For Hamas, no consequences. And that's why they're pushing for a ceasefire instead of a humanitarian pause, because it essentially is in their favor. Yeah. So I don't want anyone to die. I want there to be a humanitarian pause. Women, children, men, soldiers, everybody, whoever doesn't want to be involved in a conflict, let them get out. Yeah. So humanitarian pause. Remember, a ceasefire is to Hamas's advantage.